What's going on, gang? We're back with some more Red Dead Redemption 2 news, and today I have some brand new information I want to share with you guys, and it comes our way from a French magazine that wrote an article on Red Dead Redemption 2 like a week ago, but somehow it went under the radar until recently when somebody posted over on Reddit. I'm even going to link the thread in the description box because somebody already translated it, and it contains a lot of very good information on crafting, on dressing, on grooming, mission rewards, as well as finally the presence of Native Americans being confirmed as well. And it seems that they have a major story involvement as well, like they are pretty important to the overall setting of Red Dead Redemption 2, and as the article puts it, they will return in the heart of the subject with strong presence in the main story. So pretty cool stuff. I'm really curious to see what exactly this means, because later down the line it's being mentioned that they will also have an important involvement with the Vanderland gang, and there are heavy story elements surrounding this. So from the sound of this, at least in my opinion, it appears that the Vanderland gang will have quite a lot of help coming their way from Native Americans, and we even saw a sequence in the second gameplay trailer when Arthur is saving like what appears to be a Native American from somebody who's attacking him, and that person seems to be surprised upon seeing Arthur. So it definitely sounds like to be the case, maybe even having some prior involvement, maybe a past history, and by the looks of it, the author himself seems to be really eagerly anticipating to find out what the rest of the story with this is. And given the fact that Rockstar Games has tackled social issues in the past quite masterfully, I think there is a lot of potential development happening here as well. So I'm really curious to see exactly how this will end, because it definitely sounds very interesting to me. But moving on to the crafting system, we've been given some examples of how deep this is, and it seems that every item you create will be greatly influenced by the ingredients you'll be using. So an incendiary bottle, for example, can be crafted from combining animal fat with alcohol crates. There's an in-game job menu that allows us to see the stats of the resulting mix we're creating, and I'm assuming here it refers to tonics, and you can see the effects on health, on stamina, and on the dead eye as well. We also get to know that poor quality meat cannot be seasoned, only consumed raw. Additionally, cooked meat will have more fortifying effects than raw meat, and you can also keep it in your bag for later, unlike the raw one, which pretty much gets spoiled and will end up attracting all sorts of predators. A very interesting detail we didn't know about the police in Red Dead Redemption 2 is that when the area flashes red, which you can see on the minimap, it also makes every local shop in it to temporarily close down, as well as making every event in it to not be available. So it would be like in those old westerns when everyone in town would close their doors and shops upon seeing some shootouts happening. So it's a pretty nice detail that I didn't even think about would happen. Moving on to dressing, we have the possibility to buy a wide selection of outfits from different shopkeepers, and this is something that we already knew, but they will also vary per region, and there are a few examples in this regard. So for example, while in Saint Denis you will be able to buy more high class type of outfits compared to, for example, the town of Valentine, which mostly sells cowboy type of apparel. So it's going to be more rugged, not as stylish, not as high class, and yeah, it's nice to see all of that variation. And changing your clothes can be done at the camp, in a hotel room, at a tailor, but also while standing near your horse, as it can also store some of your clothes in its bags. Grooming can also be done with a slider that goes from 1 to 10, indicating the scale at which you can cut Arthur's hair or beard. Finally, the camera that we'll get in one of the missions, which lets us to take selfies of ourselves, will also have to be manually be placed down on a tripod or on a foot, as the article refers to. And yes, selfies are indeed possible, but it will be a little bit different and according to that era. So instead of the normal selfies we have like nowadays, back in those days you would have like full body photos, and they would cover the character from head to toe. Pretty much this is how the camera will be functioning in Red Dead Redemption 2 as well, but there is also the possibility of zooming, changing poses as well as expressions, and it seems that Rockstar Games kinda make it somehow work in that setting. The image also gets uploaded directly to the social club, and there's going to be geotagging in it to indicate exactly where the photo took place in. Another cool detail is in regards of the body core temperature mechanic, and there is a statistics page on the menu that shows stuff like body temperature levels and so on. In fact, it's so detailed that when the heat rises, for example, Arthur will actively start to unbutton his shirt and even open up his jacket to cool off. So pretty cool details. Missions will also have 3 tiers of medals that will be rewarded to you upon completion. So we have gold, silver and bronze, and depending on how many of the challenges you complete during them, you will also get rewarded the appropriate medal, and it's going to be pretty similar to how it was in GTA 5 for example, and if I remember correctly, possibly even in the previous Red Dead Redemption. So yeah, it's pretty much a standard for Rockstar Games to add these nowadays, and they will be making a return in Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. As for side missions, some of them will unlock special clothing as well as items, and they will generally fall in several categories, some of which are Explorer, Gambler, Herbalist, Rider, Great Hunter, Expert Survival, and there are many more, and these will depend on the types of activities they will put you through. And there's no shortage of side quests to complete, and will be worth it, especially as they are incentivized with a lot of items, with clothing and so on. And finally, we also learned that Arthur can sit everywhere he pleases as long as there is a chair or a bench. So every time you see a chair, yes, you will be able to physically sit on it, and not only that, but if you're sitting at a table or at a bar, you will be able to start conversations and interact with the people around you, and you will even be able to find new information, learn new stuff and so on. So pretty cool stuff in this article. I'm surprised it lasted so long without being noticed, but there it is, and there is a lot of cool information in it that we didn't know so far. And yeah, the news is going pretty slowly thus far. We only get these bits and pieces of information, but at the very least it makes time pass a little bit faster up until the 26th, which is very close. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As usual, if you did, don't forget to aim that like button and to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content on this, and I will see you guys in the next one. So peace out.